Good morning to you all. I hope you are well. You joined me on the weekend, finished work, first night off, very happy, full of energy, and all ready to start 87 and 88 with one slight problem. I've only got one bar left on my camera battery, so I'm going to go and look through the magazines and charge my battery, and then I'll start. See you after this extremely short break. Okay, I must confess that I fell asleep after my battery had charged, so I'm a little bit worse for wear, but I'm going to carry on anyway because I want to get this done. And also, 87 looks like quite a nice, simple, relaxing kind of episode. We are doing what they call the dome support, which looks a little bit familiar. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Let's see what we need to do. Okay, in this part you get a nice lot of metal, some chunks of metal there. I do wish they'd use more metal on the outside, not just on the inside, or I'm never going to see it again. Alright, first of all you need the, how could I describe this? The fan-shaped piece? No, the propeller-shaped piece. You need to hold it up this way, so not up that way. And you need to take one of the DF70 pieces. Out of the three, these two are the same, and that one is the different one. So we're taking one of these, number side up, and you're screwing it in all four holes. You've got to make sure that the pins poke through there, but they will anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about that one. And you are screwing this in with 4mm silver screws, which I'm very pleased to tell you that I've already spotted two different types of these, so I'm going to choose this one. Alright, that's in there nicely. It's reached a stage now where I'm just basically picking up screws off the table wherever I can find them, because we're running out of parts to make anyway, so it matters a lot less, so you're not going to panic about not finding them later on. Okay, the next thing you need to do is put this one on the same way up. It says in the picture to, well, the picture has it, the first one pointing up and this one to the left, or bottom left. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And I mean, I'm not sure what difference it makes, because technically it should end up the same whichever way you do it, technically. My sense of logic is not strong right now because I'm running out of energy, but I'm going to do it this way. And I forgot to mention that you need to screw them in from the top, and my voice is going as well. Can you tell? So time to find 4 more, and we'll put this in. Okay, I've looked at the instructions, and here's a spoiler alert. We're quite close to the end now of this part. Next, you are putting this on, number side up again, and again, screwing all 4 holes with any 4mm silver screws that you can find that look silver, and our screws, and our 4mm. Okay, that's that done. And now you've got your nice propeller shape, and you're taking your little metal circle, putting it in the middle there. Are you ready for this? I know this is looking very tricky and a difficulty level of 10 out of 10, but I'm confident you will get through it like I will. The next thing you need to do is put 2 4mm screws. I can barely speak by now. 2 4mm screws into there, into that one and that one. Look how nicely they show up on the camera. Look how nice and shiny it is. I'm going to leave all this waffling in this time. And we've done it. It's in there. Congratulations, people, if you've been doing this with me. You've just made a thing to go inside the thing on top of the thing. So, that's the end of 87. I know what you're thinking. It's been a journey, and I agree with you. But we've got through it, so now we can conquer anything. What do you think? Let's go for it. In fact, let's take on 88. This is an exciting piece because right here, apart from the fact that it's got the underneath of the body, we have the switch. I'm assuming that's to turn the whole thing off and on. So what could get more exciting than that? And also, for some reason, they've given us another screwdriver, although that is, I think, smaller than the original one. Yes, it is. They even give you the different size screwdriver. Isn't that nice? I think it's nice. So, without further ado, let's crack this thing open, but not on camera because that would make a noise and you wouldn't hear me speak. But you might consider that a good thing. I might consider that a good thing because I can barely speak right now. But let's go and see what we need to do. My God, look at this, people. Not one, but 2 more bags of screws. I'm super happy about that because I don't mind how many screws they give me, because the more bags they give me, the less I panic. Okay, it's another mystery stage, people. You're taking the front piece, which for some reason is separate. I guess that's fairly obvious, but not to me right now. You're taking this piece of weirdness, putting it onto there, and putting it to the top there. And then you're taking what they call a top hat washer. Can you see why they call it a top hat? I still think my sombrero screws is the best description, but they won't use that one. No, but they will use a top hat washer. Then again, it did call something a conrod in that arms section. What you're doing with this, you're placing it over there, like so. It will only go that way. And then you're screwing it into place with a 4mm sombrero screw. I'm not saying this is weird. Okay, I am saying this is weird. It's one of those stages where you do something and then you don't even know what you've just done. I love those kind of stages. You need to have it still sliding about. For what reason, I'm not entirely sure. But the next part is you need the main part of the bottom plate, and you put this into it to finish off the circle. And then you're screwing in into the plastic holes. That's weird enough, so that it still needs to slide about. Quite why this needs to slide about, I have no idea. Someday soon, I'm going to find that out. Hello. If you are watching this, you've done it right. Well done. Move on to the next stage. What have I just done? I have no idea. But that's it. It's looking interesting. Alright, next you're taking the socket, the one and only socket, and you're putting it into that hole there, and not that one. They're quite easy to identify because they're the only 2 small holes, and this one looks a bit silly and there's nothing to attach it to, so it's going through this one. You cannot go wrong, and I always love saying that, and I always love it when they make sure that you can't go wrong. You're screwing that in either side with 6mm 1.7 black screws, which I think I've identified. Soon find out. Now, it's important to note at this stage that I haven't at all screwed it in at an angle that's made the plastic start to warp and buckle on either side. No, not me. That's gone perfectly to plan. Textbook stuff. That's this wire done. And now it's time to use this really weird one here. I've never seen a connection quite like that before, and I've seen a lot of connections in my life. You're feeding this through from the bottom because you can't fit it in through the top, and you need to make it so that the eye, as they call it, is facing the edge. In other words, the circle should be next to the hole. The circle should be next to the hole. How technical does that sound? And it's made a nice click into place there. Look at that. Oh my God, I've broken it. So, there we go. That's a very strong switch indeed. And it doesn't even need screwing. Bonus. Okay, final stage is just as equally weird as all the rest of it, because you're taking these giant screws, silver 9mm. I do believe it's these with their smooth top and the ridged bottom part, and you're screwing them from this side through to what will be the underneath of the body. Somewhere out there is the man who designed this, or indeed the woman who designed this. They've got a very interesting mind, is all I can say. They're screwed in there. They're loose, but they don't seem to want to come out again, which is always good. And that apparently will attach it to the plain portion of the shank. I have no idea what they actually mean by that, but that's what it says. So that takes us to the end of 88, 87 and 88. Thank you very much for watching. Exciting times are ahead, because now, I think I said we only have 11 parts after this, but it's actually 12. I didn't think that one through. My maths is really that bad. So 12 parts left to go. That being said, meet you back here next time. I am going to bed. Good night.